Okay. Welcome to the village board meeting of October 11th. Please join us in our pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, Mrs. Thomas.
Trustee Purcell. Trustee Baloo. Trustee Willis.
Here.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Here.
Trustee Hyperman. Here. Trustee Roman.
Here.
President Hopefeld.
Here, representing staff this evening to my left, our village manager, Napoleon Haney. To the audience is right. Our finance director, Dennis Bubenik, and our public works director, John Schaefer. The minutes of September 27th. Any additions or corrections? Trustee Purcell. Trustee Willis.
No.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Nothing for me.
Trustee Heiferman. Trustee Roman.
Nothing.
May I have a motion to approve the minutes, please?
So moved. Second.
Been moved by trustee Roman, seconded by trustee Willis. Roll call, please.
Trustee Purcell.
Aye. Abstain.
Trustee Willis.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Hyperman.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
The minutes are approved. The claims list in the amount of $886,155.63. Comments or questions, trustee Purcell?
All good.
Trustee Willis.
No.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Nothing for me.
Trustee Heiferman. Trustee Roman.
Nothing.
May I have a motion to approve the claims list, please?
So moved. Second.
Been moved by trustee Purcell, seconded by trustee Harris Jones. Roll call, please.
Trustee Purcell.
Aye.
Trustee Willis.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Hyperman.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
The claims list is approved. Of that $886,000 claims list, 4 items comprise the majority of that. A payment to Burns McDonald, our engineer for the water project, was $248,000. Our first payment to Chicago Heights for water, $128,000. 1 month's employees' health insurance, $229,000. And our payment to Thorn Creek Sanitary District was $95,000. That amounted to $700,000 or 79% of that claims list. Hear from the audience. If anyone in the audience would like to address the board on any subject not on the agenda, please raise your hand. Omnibus vote, Mrs. Thomas.
Board is asked to pass resolution R 3126, approving a supplemental of $55,000 of motor fuel tax funds to fully fund the low bid award of the 2022 MFT General Maintenance Paving and Patching Program and asphalt testing during construction. The initial bid was $400,000. The board is asked to award the 2022 MFT General Maintenance Pavement and Patching Program bid to Schroeder Asphalt Services, Inc. of Huntley, Illinois, the lowest responsible bidder, in an amount not to exceed $449,831.25. The board is asked to pass resolution R 3127, approving a supplemental of $30,000 of motor fuel tax funds needed for K5 Construction Corporation of Westmont to complete remediation work on Gottschalk Avenue. The board is asked to approve a serial raffle license to Marian Catholic High School, subject to an approved background check, permission letter from Lassen Sports Bar and Grill, and a current certificate of insurance with the following exceptions. Ticket sales timeframe will be 1 year maximum and waive the cap at a maximum price of $5,000 or allow an increase of up to $250,000. Board is asked to enter into a renewal agreement between the village and Cook County's Health Inspection Services for inspections of all businesses that sell food. The village collects the $100 per inspection fee as part of the village business license. This agreement is from December 1, 2022 to November 30, 2023. The board is asked to waive competitive bidding for emergency repair of the well and pump controls at Isaac Walton Preserve. The cost is not to exceed $75,000 and will be done by Lane Christensen Company of Aurora. The estimated cost is $68,331. The well operation is essential to the water level of Sandpit Lake. The Isaac Walton Preserve will cover the cost and be reimbursed in the village's next budget cycle starting May 1, 2023. The board is asked to reappoint Brian Quirk to the Appearance Commission for a 3-year term ending October 1, 2025.
Item H.
I'll
Will you read that in?
Memo of understanding for ASME wages.
Okay, that item H will be deferred. Any comments or questions from anyone in the audience with regard to these items? Board comments? Trustee Purcell.
I have nothing. Well, actually, I just want to point out it's October 11th of 2025, not October 1st.
Oh, pardon me.
Trustee Willis.
Nothing.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Nothing for me.
Trustee Heiferman.
Just want to clarify something, item C. Where it says to complete remediation work on Godstock Avenue. I just think for anybody in the audience who happens to be involved in the Godstock discussions, this has nothing to do with the Godstock that we have been discussing as far as changes to the street.
This is the other side of
Correct.
183rd Street.
Right.
Trustee Roman.
Nothing for me.
With that, may I have a motion to approve the items on the consent agenda with the exception of item H?
So moved. Second.
Been moved by trustee Purcell, seconded by trustee Roman. Roll call, please.
Trustee Purcell.
Aye.
Trustee Willis.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Heiferman.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
The consent agenda is approved. New business, acceptance of our annual audit. Mr. Bubanek.
With these discussion items of mine, I'd like to put together a summary to introduce the item and then we'll actually go into it. So the finance department operates much differently than, say, the departments of public safety and public works. The police solve crimes, the fire department puts out garage fires, and public works plows snow off the street. These are visible activities, and our manager's office staff can get updates to the community and elected officials on those accomplishments. The finance department operates behind the scenes with results in documents and worksheets that can overwhelm a casual user. The audit is a good example. Months of work between finance staff and our audit firm produces a document. Former trustee Judy Mastavoy once said, "If you can't sleep, try reading this." But as important as it is, for example, at Public Works clean a street from a winter snowfall, it is important we absorb the findings in our audit, as that determines what we can hope to accomplish with respect to municipal services we provide, which will be seen in the next budget, another finance department document. Complicating things is government bodies like us operate with multiple separate funds, each designed to track a unique function we provide as a municipal government. In any given year, some of those funds are doing good, and some will need attention in the coming year. For example, our general fund did well during COVID, as our retail mix was very busy providing consumers what they were looking for during the COVID shutdown. On the other hand, our debt service funds have a revenue problem, as Cook County is very late on getting property tax bills out. In between is a fund like our water sewer fund, which had a great accomplishment this past year of switching water suppliers. Now we look to replenish the fund with the dollars needed for the next round of water and sewer capital projects. So if you run into a finance staff member at work behind the scenes the coming 12 months and ask, "How's it going?" Don't be surprised if you get an answer heavy with what funds we need to work on. It's just a roller coaster we ride on in finance. The ebbs and flows of the economy take our general fund up and down and up and down and up and down. While some project or other government body gives us something we need to figure out and plan for in the coming budgets. On to the memo. In tonight's item. Presentation and acceptance of the 4/30/22 annual financial report, often referred to as the audit, and scales from the audit firm of Lauterbach and Amen will lead the discussion of this audit. The process each year in June and July, we contract with an independent audit firm to review our financial records and controls, and the auditors evaluate the data, process the information through their audit standards and software, and provide a report to the village. The audit was delayed this year as we waited for Cook County to complete the data needed, and we still wait, needed on EAV and other statistics. Consolidation of local police and fire pension funds into one state fund also held us up. Outcome: audits have taken a greater importance to local governments over the past 10 years. The results of these audits are critical in the development of the budget that local governments have been affected by in the United States and right here in Homewood. There's no better example than the COVID budgets and audits that we've gone through. COVID hit late in 2020 in our fiscal year. That audit was in healthy shape, but we feared due to COVID, our 2021 audit might be memorable in a negative way, both here in Homewood and across the United States. As it turns out, COVID-19 decreases in our revenue items are offset by unexpected revenue increases in items such as sales tax. We're very busy providing services that the consumer needed during the COVID shutdown. So we had actually had a good 4/30/21 audit and a good 4/30/22 audit. Recommended board action, accept the 4/30/22 Village of Homewood Annual Financial Report. At this point, I'll turn it over to Ann to cover the large audit document, not page by page, but just some of the highlights.
Thank you, Dennis.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi.
Again, my name is Ann Scales. And I'm with Lauterbach and Amen. I'll just quickly highlight some of the pages in the annual financial report, just so for your reference for future. Page 12 is our audit opinion. We issued an unmodified opinion, which is the best that we can issue as auditors. This means that everything was materially correct and all of the internal controls that we reviewed were also sound. Page 16 is the management discussion and analysis. This is a nice footnote version synopsis of what happened during fiscal year, compares directly to the prior fiscal year 2021, and also has some nice graphs and charts for the reader. Page 28 and page 30 are the full accrual statements. So these will include your capital assets and long-term debt. Page 28 is the statement of net position, but like the balance sheet, and then page 30 is the statement of activities or the income statement. The total governmental funds increased $7.9 million during fiscal year 2022, and the business type had increased $730,000. Page 34 is the fund level statements. So I'll highlight the two major governmental funds. The first is the general fund, which had increased $3.8 million for an ending balance of $12.6 million, which is just like Dennis had mentioned, the strong performance during the current fiscal year for the general fund. And then the other major fund for the village is the downtown TIF, which had increased $90,000 for an ending balance of a positive 70 or 57,000. And then just highlight a couple of pages for your reference. So page 42 starts the notes to the financial statements. The first note 1 is just some like technical accounting language. Note two describes the budget. Note 3 is some additional details for the financials. Just providing some numbers that you saw on the front schedule, just additional details for how those numbers are derived. And then note 4 is the long-term and the net pension liabilities for IMRF and then the pensions. Page 109 is the fund level statement, but it's the budget to actual, so it's the budget. So that was the board approved budget and then comparing the actual activities for the fiscal year. So each of the funds of the village will have their own fund statement detailing out the budget and the actual amounts for the fiscal year. And then page 153 is the statistical section. So this offers nice 10-year trend information for the reader related to finances, debt, property tax information, and other local statistics for the village. It's a very high level walkthrough of the report. Are there any questions related to the report or the audit process itself?
The opinions, the opinion that was rendered,
I'm sorry.
the opinion that was rendered.
Yeah, it was an unmodified, which is the best that we can issue for.
Comments or questions from anyone in the audience? A brief overview, but we're sound. Trustee Purcell.
I just appreciate all the work that's gone into this, it's, I mean, talk about like the bedtime reading, but seriously, it's super interesting, once you start getting into it, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Trustee Willis.
Quite thorough, and as I said, that's, I don't think of that, but I did attempt to get through it a few times and had. So, thank you.
Yeah.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Thank you so much for your hard work.
Great,
Very
thank you.
good.
Trustee Heiferman. Trustee Roman.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How many communities do you audit? That is your firm audit?
Oh gosh. I think we are up to 300 audit clients that we have.
And our ranking? Unbiased, unbiased opinions. I don't-
You guys are great to work with. Yeah,
will.
everything's very timely and gets everything issued so we can present, and we'll have everything filed by the deadlines at the end of October. So it'll be all good.
Okay, thank you very
Yes,
much.
thank you. Have a good night.
Our compliments to you, Mr. Bubanek, and also to Amy.
Yeah.
May I have a motion to accept the annual audit, please?
So moved. Second?
Been moved by trustee Purcell, seconded by trustee Roman. Roll call, please.
Trustee Purcell.
Aye.
Trustee Willis.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Heiberman.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
The audit is accepted. General board discussion. Mr. Haney, you would lead it off, please.
Yes, Mayor and Board, I just wanted to mention that this Saturday, the downtown will be busy once again with the events and festivals. This Saturday will be our last and final farmers market of this 2022 season. That farmers market starts at 8 o'clock and it will end at 11:30. Won't end at 1 o'clock like we normally end, but it will end at 11:30. Also downtown, we will be hosting the Day of the Dead, the village's next major event that's scheduled for this Saturday, October 15th from 4 o'clock p.m. until 9 o'clock p.m. On Martin Square Ridge Road to Chestnut Road to Dixie Highway. We will have those streets blocked off right here in our downtown. And lastly, the Homewood Arts Council is hosting a wrestling league this Saturday, October 15th at 6 o'clock p.m. Tickets are $15 for individual tickets and $50 for a package of 4. So the downtown will be busy this Saturday.
Where is the wrestling event going to be held?
Oh, the wrestling event will be held in the auditorium next door to the Village Hall. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Schaefer, if you could make an announcement in anticipation of leaves coming down.
Once again, this year, the village is looking to provide the residents with leaf collection. Residents will be able to put their leaves in a brown craft bag. They will not have to put stickers on them. Those leaf collections will take place on November 16th, 23rd, and 30th. That's your normal garbage pickup days for those weeks. Be a 3-week program. You can put all your leaves in there in the bag, put them out by the curb, and Home Disposal will pick them up on those dates, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th of November.
And they have to be in the brown craft bag, no
Correct.
plastic bag.
No plastic bags.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Purcell,
I have nothing to add.
trustee Willis, trustee Harris Jones.
Happy fall, it's here.
Yeah. Trustee Hyperman.
Wrestling, are you sure it's not the roller derby? That was
last week.
Correct. This is not the roller derby. This is a wrestling league
Just want to clear.
event. Thank you.
Trustee Roman,
Nothing from me.
with that, may I have a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved. Second.
It's been moved by trustee Purcell, seconded by trustee Roman. Roll call, please.
Trustee Purcell.
Aye.
Trustee Willis.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Hyperman.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
We stand adjourned. Thank you all.